Hello everyone, I am RTS Man, and today continue... Oh,
What's that?
that was nothing. Yeah, I figured it might not be a good idea to go into this building with all these super mutants. Pretty much the only reason I think I killed the last group outside was because of the extreme range. I'm not taking my chances this time. God damn. He took a DSR-1? Oh my god, what the fuck is this thing? Oh, hold on, where's that? Oh, there's another MP7. What the fuck is this thing? It weighs 13 pounds, so it's massive, clearly. I mean, it looks like a giant DMR. That's probably precisely what it is, but I'm just saying, it looks like a giant DMR. Jesus Christ, this thing is massive. Got a really cheap optic on it, though. I would think that for something like this, you would probably want a better optic. I feel like... What is that? Is that like a True Glow or something? I have to get this to a workbench and take a look at it. Oh my god, this thing is sick. Oh my god, this thing is sick. I gotta find something to use this rifle on. Yeah, so that's, oh, that's way more than just an AR-10. Holy shit. God. So I can make this in 338 Lapua or 50 BMG.
Protection for sale.
Which, I mean, this thing does look like it could probably handle a 50 if you made it. Okay, yeah, holy shit. Okay, so it's a bull... Eh? What is this? Okay, so judging by the position of this bolt here... So is it a bolt-action bullpup? Well, first off, bolt-action bullpup is a bit of an odd thing in general. Not impossible, it's just a bit weird. Let's see. But yeah, judging by where that bolt is, this would be the magazine. It would be very weird if the... Or this is the active magazine, but it would seem like there's another magazine up here. Is that just storage? Did they reuse assets or something? Oh, hold on, there's no trigger. There's no trigger. There's no trigger on this gun. I have so many questions. And the bipod makes sense. This thing looks obscenely powerful. Yeah, that's like a True Glow, that optic. I would think that after like a single shot of 308, that optic would be thrown off 0. True Glow, they're not the worst. I've definitely used worse optics than a True Glow, but they're up there. They're up there with the shit. I mean, value for money, not too bad. But, okay, so yeah. Huh. So it looks like it's a bolt action. I have to find something to use this against. Okay, now I gotta find something to shoot with this. Just to see what this rifle is like. Oh, hello, that's pleasant.
Someone there?
Ooh, I love this gun. Somehow it's not able to one-shot that turret. So this is definitely a bolt action. I don't want to waste another round. Okay. So it looks like they just copied the animation from the hunting rifle, which is kind of annoying because... You know, this gun is right-handed. I mean, like it should be. I really do not... Yeah, they just directly copied the animations from the hunting rifle, which I understand animations are hard, and I was saying about the G3 that I would prefer it if they just had a weird reload animation rather than making the gun look weird. So, you know, I completely understand why they did it. It's still something that I want to point out. But, yeah, and that adds to the confusion about where the magazine actually is.
You can trust me.
More Russian rounds, and yet I never find any Russian guns to go with it. So much 7.62 by 54. Let me just, to make my point, how much, let's see how much I have of Russian ammo. Let's see, 154 rounds of 5.45. That's almost, actually, that's, no, I was going to say that's almost as much as I have in real life. I have about 800 rounds sitting in an ammo box in my bedroom. So that's actually not at all the case. I have like 2,000 more still in boxes. 19 rounds of 7.62 by 39 and 116 rounds of 7.62 by 54. That is genuinely more than I have in real life, and I still have not. And I forgot to sell off the. I forgot to sell off my 7.62 when I sold my Nagant. God, I'm gonna try it. Hey, oh no! This is a really nice gun. I'm glad I found this. I'm not going into the combat zone. Woohoo! Oh, hello, another MP7. Also finding quite a bit of 9mm, but no guns to shoot it. Ooh, is that what I think it was? Yes, it was! Oh, it's got a modern scope on it. Ooh, it's an M14. I know the M14's a piece of shit. I don't really care, because I love this. This is what I live for. I doubt there's any boomers watching, but if they are, I just pissed them off by saying the M14 is shit. Actually, except for this one Belgian guy I knew once. He absolutely hated the M14, and he had to... Apparently, the Belgian army... It wasn't really clear from what he was saying if they actually used it in regular service, or if they just trialed them and he used it. But he was... Oh, he had nothing kind to say about the M14. Nice guy, though. Yeah. Okay, so it's not quite a traditional M14. Let's take a closer look at it. Where are you? They call it a traditional M14. That's not traditional at all. That is a modern polymer stock. I mean, it looks good, I'd say. And that's a nice little riser on the cheek. Or on the stock there. The cheek pad. It's got an extended 20-round magazine, which is actually, no, not extended. That's standard military service. Okay, this is mostly, I mean, apart from the fact that the stock is, you know, polymer and not wood, this is basically just a military issue M14. This was sort of the in-between between the Garand and the M16. So, I mean, that's literally what it was. It was between the Garand and the M16 in service. But yeah, basically the M14 was the first example of NATO fucking over their allies with a stupid decision where basically they said, oh, we have to, you know, now that we've created NATO, everyone has to use 7.62 by 51. Then, you know, instead of adopting the FAL, like literally every other NATO country on the planet, they made this, which is horribly unreliable. It's not as, it's more, I believe it was even more expensive than the FAL, but, ooh, no, I'm nowhere near that. Yeah, I think it was even more expensive than the FAL, just worse in every single way, more complicated, so, you know, harder to disassemble in the field and clean. It was awful. Like I mentioned, that Belgian guy was talking about how, you know, you get the slightest bit, when you got the slightest bit of dirt on an M14, it'd jam up and they'd have to take it apart and clean it, and trust me, look at this action. This is not an easy thing to take apart. It is literally an M1 Garand action. And this rain's quite nice. But yeah, whereas the FAL, well, actually has a system very similar to the AR platform where you just basically pop it open and, you know, there it is, you're good. But, yeah, they'd have to take it apart and clean it, whereas with the FAL, they could, you know, didn't matter what they did to it, it would still run. I mean, obviously you should never beat up your gun, but, you know, it's good to know that a gun can take a pounding and keep running. Now I want to find something to use this M14 on. Yeah, they spent a long time... What's funny is the US spent a really, really long time trying to find a way for the M14 to be useful. You know, first they... I mean, basically they decided that it should... Well, first they thought it should be just a heavy rifle, which turned out that concept wasn't that good. They tried it in Vietnam. Yeah, it turned out it wasn't that good of an idea. They thought... Then they decide, okay, we'll make it a DMR, which is a good idea, except for the fact that it wasn't really that good of a DMR platform, so they had to make a bunch of changes until they got to the M14 EBR, which, even though it really looks cool, yeah, even though it really looks cool, and I do want an M14 EBR, it is heavy as shit, and I would never want to go into combat with one. You know, I'd much rather have something like, I mean, just an AR-10. A regular old AR-10 would do good. And I'm not even that... I mean, I like AR-10s. I'm not that big of a fan of the AR platform as a whole, but I would rather have an AR-10 than an M14 EBR. If I was... You know, if I had to use a... If I had to use a DMR, or had to choose a DMR. Ooh, look at you, you beauty! This is... Honestly... If I didn't know better, I'd think today was my birthday. Holy shit. An SA-80. Oh, that's satisfying. That sound, the... Okay, so this is an L85A1. Also known as the SA-80, I believe.
The wall undefended. High quality protection for sale.
If I remember correctly, the... Ooh, I can... Okay, so I can convert it to the L80. Ooh, very nice. I can convert it. Okay, so yeah, this is... Alright, I guess they call it L85. Well, yeah, that's the... Yeah. So that's the basic handguard. More recently, with the L85, all the, like up to the most recent one, the A4, I think they're on? Might be A5. But as you can see... This is what they're, this is what they're up to now, is the Picatinny rail. Oh yeah, that's another massive issue with the M14. is the military issue ones are select fire. I just completely forgot about that. And well, we're talking a select fire 308. That's a pretty damn powerful round, 308. That's a lot of recoil. There's really not a very good way to control it. Oh my god, and I love this. I love this sprinting animation as well. That is a good animation right there. Oh, now that's nice. Let's see the reload. Oh, that's a nice reload. Okay, I really like this mod because whoever did this, they put in all the effort. They went all the way on this. Like that. That is not a reload animation that is in the game already. None of those animations are in the game already, as far as I know. So that took some work. Whoever made this mod had to create all those animations for on their own, by themselves. They didn't rely on work that was already in the game.